So hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so students, we are live. I hope you all can hear me. We are live on Zoom as well as our session is live on YouTube as well. Okay, so that's great. So hello students, I am Shivam Gupta, Senior Innovation Engineer from STEMROBO Technologies, and you are watching our session in which we will be discussing about Atal Tinkering Lab, that is ATL. So students, any idea, anything that you are aware of that what is ATL, what is Atal Tinkering Lab? If you know, you can type it in the chat. If you are live through YouTube, so you can even type it in the live chat in the comment box. Okay, so I can see people are live on YouTube as well. Okay, so hi Sangeeta. Okay, so I think students, you are not aware about ATL, so no issues. So students, basically ATL is a special okay, a special lab where you can actually do projects. I hope that you want to make this kind of thing. Let me show you. So students, you can see this is a robotic hand, or you can say it's a robotic crane. So there are several motors that you can see. Okay, there are several motors, several joints that are visible over here. Okay, and you can make this kind of robot easily in ATL, that is Atal Tinkering Lab. So basically, Atal Tinkering Lab is a robotics lab where you can actually learn how to make robots, where you can learn how to make electronic projects. So you will get a lot of different material, and by using them, you can make such an amazing things. Let me show you one more project. So students, you can see this is an upgraded version of the previous project that I have shown. This is a car, right? This is a car, and here you can see there is a crane, or you can say it's a hand. Okay, so by this you can make a pick and place robot. You can easily control it. Like if you are having a mobile phone, so you can use your mobile phone as a remote control, and you can control the movement of this car. You can even control the crane, right? You can even like pick something, and then you can lift it up, then you can move the car, you can take it anywhere, and finally you can drop that object. Okay, so this is very simple, and in ATL you will get a lot of different components, hardware, tools, right? Basically this is a STEM lab. So let me explain what is STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So this ATL is a STEM lab or a robotics lab. Okay, so basically what happens, like there are so many classes in our school, like there are science classes, there are maths class, right? And what happens is we learn different topics. Like let's say in science we learn about ultrasonic waves, right? In maths we learn how to calculate the distance, if we are aware that what is the speed, what is the time that an uh, that, that an object is taking, right? By that we can find the distance. Now in ATL, what you can do is you can actually, you will get the idea that how you can actually use those concepts and you can come up with you can come up with an idea, like the concept of ultrasonic waves that you have studied in science class. You can combine it with the distance concept that you have learned in maths class. Now what can you do with with all these concepts? So let me give you an example. So, like you want to make a stick for a blind person. Okay. Now, blind person, as you are aware, he cannot see. So what happens is a blind person uses a stick, and with that stick, the person tries to walk properly. And he also tries that he should not get bumped into any wall or any obstacle like chair, table, right? But to make this thing easy, what you can do is you can use the concept of science and mathematics. You can make a stick, and what will happen is that stick will indicate that if something is in front of that stick, so that stick will make some kind of sound, or it will actually alert the person that yes, there is some obstacle, there is some table or chair in front of the stick, and by that the blind person will get alert and he will change its direction. So these things are possible. Okay, let me show you, like if you want to make these kind of amazing robots, I hope you can see these things, right? If you are interested in making robots, so even you can make these kind of things. Students, I want to know how many of you are aware what is a robot. Kindly type yes in the chat if you are aware. Quickly type yes. Even you can type the name of a robot if you have seen it in any movie, anywhere, right? Just type the name of that robot. Okay, that's great. So Mayank says yes. Okay, that's great. Many students are replying yes. You can even type the name of the robot that you have seen. Okay, I'll give an example. Like I hope you have seen the movie Robot, where Chitti, the robot, is there, right? So similarly, there are several movies where you can see robots. So any idea? I hope you have watched several movies. Okay, that's good. So I have got a reply which says Terminator. Okay, very nice. So Terminator is definitely a robot. Okay, Alita. Yes. Even in Alita also, you can see robots. Okay, that's good. Okay, great. Yeah, so these are different kind of robots. And students, you can even learn how to make your own robot, like the way I have shown you, right? This is a robot. You can make this entire robot in your ATL, that is Atal Tinkering Lab. Even the yellow casing, right? The yellow compartment, the box that you can see here, this entire thing can also be made in the Atal Tinkering Lab. Like if I just show you this thing, okay, this portion, these two cylindrical shapes which acts as the eyes, okay, these are, or you can say this is the ultrasonic sensor. Now with this ultrasonic sensor, what happens is this robo can identify like whether there is an obstacle in front of it or not. In case if this robo finds that there is an obstacle like any wall, table, chair in front of it, so it will change its direction. It can turn in left side, or it can turn in like turn towards right hand side, right? Now, if I just show you the internal part, so you can see that there are several wirings, right? There is a PCB, okay? You can see all these things, right? So you can see these blue color things. These are the motors with the help of which this robot can actually turn its, you can say it can move its hands, okay? This robot can move its feet. This robot can even dance. So it all depends on coding, right? Whatever code you make, okay, after making this robot, you just need to upload the code inside this robot. And finally, you will be able to make this robot dance. You can do several things like this robot can walk, this robot can even talk, okay? It can do several things. So it totally depends on what type of project you want to make, what features you want to add, okay? Okay, so Toshpal has mentioned Sophia. Very nice. So Sophia is a real life example. So very nice. Okay, Ankur has mentioned Alpha Robot. Okay, that's good. Okay, so students, now I will show you some more things that what you will get in ATL. So like I have one thing. I hope you are aware. I hope you are aware that what is this thing? Can you type it in the chat? I want to know how many of you are aware. Quickly. Okay. Very nice. So Mayank Gaming. Okay. So Mayank has mentioned. Very good. So definitely this is a drone. Okay. Very nice. Dinesh. Very nice. Okay. Good. Aarti has also mentioned. Okay, so students, this is a drone. Even you will get drone in your ATL because drone is a very interesting concept, or you can say with this drone, you can do several things. It's not like that drone is just used for taking images. I hope you have seen drone in like, let's say in marriages, right? Like nowadays, what happens is like drones are used to take images in the marriages, in the parties, right? But apart from that, a lot of things can be done with a robot. Like in countries like America, what happens is with the help of drone, Amazon is doing the delivery part, right? Like drones are used for delivering the products. So definitely this is one of a use of a drone. Similarly, there are so many uses of a drone, like for the rescue purpose, for let's say for land planning, right? Several things can be done, and it's up to you how you want to use this drone. Okay. In ATL, you will also get 3D printer. So students, any idea what is a 3D printer? Have you heard of this thing, 3D printer? So let me show you, like you have seen this robot, right? Now the body of this robot, this yellow color portion, as you can see, this entire body was made in 3D printer. Now you must be thinking that how can a printer form such a kind of body, like it's plastic. I hope you can hear the sound, right? So this 3D printer can make the objects, it can make the models in plastic form. Like I have shown you this crane, right? This one, this robotic arm. So this entire robotic arm was made by 3D printer, like the outer casing, this black color part, this orange color part, right? Here you can see the orange color part, black color part, blue color part, right? All these parts were printed using the 3D printer. After that, You can add motors, you can add artificial brains like Arduino, right? So students, I hope you are aware about Arduino. Even we have conducted several sessions based on Arduino for ATL Marathon, right? So you can watch our previous sessions where we have discussed about Arduinos, okay? And if you are not aware, so no issues, you can watch our videos, okay? And you can search about Arduinos, so you will get a lot of information about it, okay? So students, let me show you a video, right? I'll show you a video by which you will be able to understand that what is a 3D printer and how it actually works. So I'm sharing my screen. So students, you can see something. You can see here that there is a big machine and it is making something. Okay, so basically this is a time-lapse video, and here what's happening is this 3D printer is actually making a pod. Let me show you. Like it is making this kind of pod. Okay, now what happens is the part that you can see over this pod, from this part, melted or molten plastic is released. It forms layer by layer. Okay, one layer like this, then another layer on top of the previous layer, then third layer, then fourth, fifth, sixth, and similarly several layers are formed, and finally we get a model like this. So this is a 3D printed model. So after the printing is done, you can just lift it up and you can use it. You can keep it anywhere. And this is what a 3D printer looks like. So it is bigger than a normal printer, right? Like you have used a base, like you have used a laser printer, right? Where you just need to insert the paper, then you just need to give the command, and whatever image or text you want to get, like you want to get print, you just need to give the command and it will be printed on the paper. But with this 3D printer, you will get the printout, or you will get a printed model in this form. That is 3D. Okay, so it's a plastic material, like it is made up of a plastic material. Even you can hear the sound, right? So this is the plastic material. If you want to see, I'm having the plastic material. Okay, so it's in the form of wire. Like you can see here, it's a wire-like material. So actually, it's a plastic material. This is PLA, and what happens is that this material melts at a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius. Now you can understand that it's really a very high temperature. Okay, so at this temperature, what happens is this filament melts, and wherever this yellow portion moves, right? Accordingly, it makes a 3D model. So students, you can learn how to design a 3D model, and then you can print whatever you want. Okay, so there are several softwares, online tools as well, from where you can learn how to design a 3D model. So even this thing is available in ATL, and you will learn all these things. Yeah, exactly, Toshpal, very nice, like a 3D pen. So 3D pen works in a similar way. It's just that we control the 3D pen using our hand, but in 3D printer, motor actually controls the motor controls the movement. And if the motor is controlled, then the controlling the movement, then it would be very much precise, right? You can see if I just show it in a closer like this, so you can see how neat is this, right? Definitely we cannot achieve this much clarity if we are using our hand. Okay, but with the help of the motors, because motors, they work precisely, right? They can, achieve a good precision, and by that they can make a very clear and nice model. Okay, so students, any doubt, anything which is not clear, or like I have discussed several things, several points, so anything which is not clear or you want to ask any question, you can type it in the chat. You can even type it in the live chat if you are live on YouTube. Okay, so I think there is no doubt. That's great. All right, so students, now let's discuss about some interesting projects. Like I'll show you a video where you can see that what type of projects you can actually make in Atal Tinkering Lab. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so Toshpal has asked that how much time does it take to create a model? Okay, so see, it depends. Like if you are making a big model, right? So it takes large amount of time. But if you are making a small model, so it will be printed quickly. Like you just see this thing, like I'm having a mobile phone stand. Okay, so it was printed in, let's say, 2 hours. Okay, but if I'll talk about uh, the crane that I have shown you, okay, so it was printed, let's say there were several parts in which it was printed, like the black color part was there, orange color part, blue color part. So in total it took like more than 15 hours, 20 hours, right, to print the parts. So it depends, like if your model is big, it is complex, so it will take a lot of time. But if it is a small project, it is a simple project or a simple file, okay, a simple model, I mean, so it will not take that much time. Okay, so now let me show you a video where you can actually see different type of Arduino projects. So students, I was talking about this thing. Like this is Arduino, this blue color board that you can see at the back of the screen. And this is the spelling Arduino. So it's an Italian term. Okay. So now you will be able to see several projects based on this Arduino. So basically this Arduino is an artificial brain. Like we are human, we are having a natural brain. But if you want to make a robot, so definitely you need to add an artificial brain, right? If you want to make an electronic project, so definitely you need to add a brain. So here you can use Arduino as an artificial brain. So students, this is the first project you can see here. So this is a color sorting machine. Now, here what's happening is, you can see okay, let me just mark it. Okay, so you can see this thing. Okay, just a minute. Let me change the color. Yeah. So you can see this thing. This is Arduino, right? This is the artificial brain. Then you can see here, this is the motor. Okay. Here you can see this is a color sensor. So now what happens is, there are multiple, or there are different colored gems, okay, or different colored marbles. Now what happens is, this color sensor, it actually matches the color. Like let's say the next color would be orange. So what happens is this sensor will identify that the next color is orange. Then this motor will slide this, like this is the slide. Okay, so it will turn the slide towards this part. Okay, so like this, the color can be sorted easily. Let me show you, like I'll play this video now. So you can see how easily it sorted the colors. Now this is another project. This is Arduino robotic car. You can easily make this remote control car. I hope you all like to play with remote control cars, right? So now you can make your own remote control car. You can control it using the joystick that you might have seen in different remotes. So this joystick, these wheels, the body of the car, batteries, Arduino, all these things are available in Atal Tinkering Lab. You can easily take the material, you can join them, you can do the coding, and you can make this type of car. Now this is the advanced version of the previous project. Here the car is wireless. That means you can use your mobile phone, you can use it as a remote control, and finally you can operate the car just by moving your thumb using a mobile phone. And similarly, you can make a wireless joystick car. Now this is a vending machine. I hope you have seen a vending machine in like airports, railway station, metros. So like this, you can make the vending machine as well. Now this is a Flappy Bird game. So this is a touchscreen module. You can make these kind of games. Okay, so all you need is you need to connect the screen on top of the Arduino board. You just need to do the programming, upload the code, and finally you will be able to make a game. So students, nowadays you might have seen that if we go to any hotel, so what happens is instead of keys, now we get a card. And with that card, we can actually get the door unlocked, okay, or we can lock the door. Also, that card also helps us to turn on the lights of that room, okay. So that card is an RFID card, and the similar project you can make in your Atal Tinkering Lab. Like on the right hand side, this is a scanner. Okay, this black portion, it is a scanner. So the card or the blue color token that you have seen in this project, you just need to bring closer to this scanner. If the card or the scanner is correct, if the card or the token is correct, so the door will get unlocked. But if the card or the token is wrong, or it is like it's not corresponds to this door, so it will not get opened. Now Now this is a radar system. You might have seen this kind of radar system in movies where any enemy is trying to, enemy country or enemy fighter jet is trying to shoot the airplane or any, ship. So with the help of the sonar or the radar system, we come to know that the enemy ship or the enemy plane is close to us, right? So you can make the similar kind of project. Like what happens is, this is the ultrasonic sensor. If anything is in front of it, so this sensor can identify. Now you can see a spray can is in front of this ultrasonic sensor. Now all these things will be displayed on the screen. So if there is a spray can, so this portion will be shown in red color. But if there is nothing in front of this ultrasonic sensor, then the entire thing will be shown in the green color. So just see. So you can see this is in green color. This is in red color because there is an. Now this is an LED matrix scrolling text. Now you might have seen this kind of like behind the buses or in the metro station, railway station, even on airport, right? So this kind of project can be easily made in your ATL. And you can even control this project, type whatever you want, and then you just show. Now this is Arduino security system, and it's an alarm system as well. So there is a keypad module. You need to type the correct pin, then only this box will. All right, so I hope that now the screen is visible. It's not lagging. Okay. All right, so now I was telling you guys about this one. So this is a music player and alarm clock with touch screen. So here you can use a touch screen display. You can use it, and by that you can make a music player. You also need to add the speakers. And you can see here, like you can increase the volume, you can change the song, you can even change the time, and you can even set an alarm. Fine, so students, like these are the different projects that you can make in your ATL. That is your Atal Tinkering Lab. And these are just few projects that I have shown. The number is endless. You can make thousands of projects in ATL. It's just that you need to be creative enough. You need to see what type of problems are there in the society that people are suffering from. And finally, you need to think that how you can come up with the solution, right? How you can solve the problem. And by that, you can use the Atal Tinkering Lab, you can make a project, you can make robots, right? You can do so many things. You can use drones, you can use 3D printer. Okay, so several things are here in this lab and you can easily use these things. Okay, so students, any doubt if you are having, you can type it in the chat if you want to ask anything. Okay, so students, like you must be thinking that sir has shown us a lot of different projects, but how can we make them, right? I think definitely like many of you must be thinking the same question. So no issues. Like I will be showing you the platform that is a tinkerlearning.com. Okay, and I have discussed about this platform in our marathon series as well. So let me show you, like this is a very interesting platform. Okay, so students, this is a Tinker Learning website. Okay, so you just need to type Tinker Learning and you need to click on it. Okay, and here what you can see is that you okay, let me just log it out. Okay, so students, you can register yourself. Okay, you just need to click on login and you can create your own account by clicking here on register an account. Okay, and then you will get a username and password. After that, you can just type your username and password here and you can do the login. Now here you can learn about a lot of different things. And what we have done is we have provided the courses in such a way like the courses are distributed or the courses are there in the form of classes, like different courses are there for different classes. Like there are courses for class 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th, right? There are courses for almost all the classes. Now let's take an example. Like let's say you are in class 8. Okay, so you will be able to see that here we have course for breadboard, right? You can learn about breadboard. By that, you can learn about the basics of electronics, like what is LED, what is current, voltage, right? How to do the wiring. So these things are very important. Now, next thing is MIT app. Like if you want to make an app for your project, like if you want to make a remote control car, where the remote would be your mobile phone. So for that, you need to make the app. Okay, from here you can learn how to make an app and that app can be used in your mobile phone. Then 3D designing, like I have shown you this robot, right? So how will you make this robot? Simply by using the platform and you can watch these videos, these content, okay? And you will be able to make different kind of 3D models. So these topics, these contents are there in the form of documents, videos. So if you want to watch the video, so you can watch the video and get the knowledge. If you want to read the document, if you want to make the notes from them, so you can see the manual. Okay. Then here we have Arduino board, about Arduinos. Okay, several topics are here. So by watching these topics, you can actually understand that how Arduino actually works, introduction to Arduino, right? All these things are possible. Then Python and artificial intelligence. So definitely if you want to make a robot, and after making that robot, you want to make it in such a way that it can think on its own. It can do several things on its own. So for that, you can add artificial intelligence in it, right? Like I hope you have heard the concept of Tesla, right? Tesla cars. So it is a car that can drive on its own. Okay, so that car is having artificial intelligence. So you can even add artificial intelligence in robots, in cars, in so many different things. So if you want to work on artificial intelligence, you can go through these topics. Okay, and students, this platform is free of cost, so you don't need to pay anything. Okay, so you just need to register yourself and start using it. So students, I hope the things that I have explained, these things are clear. If you face any doubt, if you are having a doubt, you want to ask anything, feel free to type your doubt in the chat. I will answer it. Even you can type it in the live chat if you are live through YouTube. So I will answer that doubt as well. Okay, so I think there is no doubt. So that's great that all the things are clear. Students, in case if you have missed out anything, if you have joined late, so no issues, you can watch our live, like you can watch this session on YouTube as well, because right now we are live on YouTube as well, right? So the entire session will be recorded and you can go to our STEMROBO page. You can watch the entire session. Okay. And in case if you find any doubt, or even after the session, you think that you have a doubt and want to get any help, so you can type it in the comment box, right? In the comments, you can type the doubt and our team will answer it. Okay, so fine. So I think, okay, so Ananya, I have seen your doubt. Okay, so what we'll do is we will plan a session where we like where I will be showing you all that how you can register for your account, right? So I'll be discussing that thing properly in a detailed manner in our upcoming session. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay, so don't worry if the course for class 8 is not available, you can check for the free courses, right? You can check for the free courses that are also available. Okay, for class 8, we will see. Okay, we will discuss it in another session. Okay, I'll be discussing it in a proper, in a dedicated way. Okay. All right. So students, so well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the session and I hope you have got the idea like what is Atal Tinkering Lab and what you can do in this lab. Okay. So I hope you will be visiting your Atal Tinkering Lab and now you will be utilizing the tools, components, hardware of this lab. So keep tinkering. Have a nice day and take care, everyone. So bye-bye.